Should not be this hard. Should not. US 460 breakdown. If you're a truck driver and if you've never driven on US 460 in Virginia between I-95, Prince George area, and the Virginia Beach area, have you been that way in a big truck? If not, here's a word for you. It's not a good highway. Very well traveled, but a lot of terrible condition of roadway. Maybe a quarter of the right lane going east and west between the area I just mentioned is just not a good road to travel on in any vehicle. Just be prepared for that. Speed traps, they're a given. Weird four-wheeler drivers that don't respect the truck, they're a given too. Not really talking about that. I'm really talking about the condition of the roadway making everything worse. There are a lot of speed changes on that goes through a lot of towns. Windsor, Wakefield, Ivor or Ivor, I don't know how to say that name. You're gonna want to pay attention to the speed changes because if you don't know the road, it will take you by surprise. Next thing you know, you're getting pulled over, and on a lot of 460 in that area, there's very little room to pull off. Sometimes you will see the blue lights and they pulled over a car or a big truck right in the right lane there. It's a very dangerous road. I've heard it called a trucker's route. Not true. It's a bad road for trucks. Maybe once upon a time it was. Maybe they call it a trucker's route because they never repair it. They don't care about it. Be awake. Watch the speed limits. They are waiting for you. The condition of US 460 in this area, it kind of forces you to be a left lane Larry, even when you don't want to be. It's a left lane Larry or left lane Leroy. Left lane Leroy. I don't know which it is. Left lane Leroy sounds better. That's a trucker gonna stay in the left lane, pushing everybody out of his way. Well, on this road, you may need to be like that at points because the right lane is gonna turn you into popcorn. It's gonna beat you up like Rocky in his prime, and you will have a bad back on this road. If you are there, it's about a span of 2 hours or less in between I-95 and Virginia Beach area, Suffolk, Chesapeake, what have you. Stay in the left lane as much as you can, at least as it stands now. Doesn't look like they're going to repair that scratch anytime soon, and it is pretty bad, and it's very dangerous. Driving in the left lane there is dangerous. You're avoiding all those big giant potholes and bumps, things that will tear your truck to pieces. But if you and another big truck are coming from the opposite direction, there's not much in the middle there. It's a 4-lane highway, but there's no median except for a little rumble strip and a double yellow, double mustard. You may end up coming close to rubbing windows, or sorry, rubbing side view mirrors with another big truck. Just make sure you stay where you are, do what you're supposed to do, and hope and pray that the other driver does his job and stays where he is. There's a lot of talk as I speak this in 2019 of repairing I-81, Interstate 81, because it's known as a dangerous road because there's so many trucks and those kind of things. So if you're in a Roanoke area and you're able to split off and go 460 east, or coming from the beach and need to get back to 81, go 460 west, that's a good option. But you better look out for these giant bone spine crushing bumps. You will feel them. I don't care how fast you go, you ain't floating over those. So you get turned into a left lane Leroy, even in a big truck, because you don't want to hit all those bumps. You just got to move over sometime if somebody overtakes you. Big trucks are going to overtake you, especially ones that are coming from the beach area, from the ports, pulling those little containers. Oh, those guys can whip it, and they will leave you in the dust. Guys pulling doubles, so the FedExes, the YRCs, the UPSs, they're running in those doubles. I stay out of their way. I move out of their way, but I try to stay in the left lane. The only problem is many people who have been on this highway, cars and trucks alike, they know about these bumps. They know the condition of this road is terrible. So everybody's trying to drive in the left lane. It's almost like the left lane is a slow, grainy lane, and the right lane is the passing lane on 460 there, and that's actually spread into a lot of highways now. People don't want to move out of the left lane. They want to drive in the left lane, and even the people are piling up behind them. They've created a bottleneck, and they still won't get out of the left lane. People can be honking, blowing their horns, making rude gestures in the mirror. Yeah, well, as long as I'm not speeding, then you don't have any right to speed. So therefore, I don't have to move out of your way. I'm doing the speed limit or thereabouts. So you're wrong for wanting me to get out of the way. That's how people feel. That's what you're going to get in our time. 460, when people do this, it would create some problem, especially when they're riding tandem with another vehicle who's in the right lane and you're trying to pass in the left lane. Everybody's trying to avoid the bumps, but it's just not possible. Somebody got to move over sometime. Just move over for a few moments, let the car pass you, let the truck pass you, and then move back over off the popcorn rumble strip. That is the right lane of 460. There's a committee to fix I-81 to make it safer, widen it, make more truck lanes. Hopefully one of these committees will look at 460 at some point. The good points of 460, there's some good eats, not just the regular Arby's and Wendy's and all that, Subway. Those are everywhere. I'm talking about unique places. Prince George Barbecue, Cowlings, Virginia Diner, good food. If you're in a big truck, you might find it a problem to get to some of these places. You just need to scout it out. It's worth the effort, usually. And one other good point is that 460 is a less traveled way to avoid the big road of 8164 when you're going in these areas. Some people don't like 460 because you need to stop in certain places or you need to slow down. You need to pay attention. They just want to hit all the 70-mile-an-hour big roads. Sometimes those are not the best choices, especially when you're in the Virginia Beach area and you're hitting the HRBT or the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, 664 Tunnel and Bridge. These areas, they get congested at least twice a day. You can pretty much count on it. Sometimes it's better not to go that way. When they fix 460 finally, widen it, make the median a little bit bigger. When they do that, it's going to be a lot of hassle. It's going to be a lot of construction, a lot of one lane action going, but it'll be worth it.